Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nak. We have got live tournament action coming at you right now on Shakura's Plateau. Nobtozz versus Novastrider. Novastrider, who we know pretty well. He does miss a lot of tournament dates, though. My goodness, Nova. Goodness, Nova. Gotta show up on time, brother. That's okay. We still love you. We are going to be watching him spawning as the pink Zerg. At the top left on Shakura's Plateau, this is MLG's version of that map, or at least it should be. It may not be, actually. That's okay, they did spawn in the long cross position, so I think we'll let that go. But Nobtozz will be spawning as the red Protoss here in the bottom right. There's the good luck, have fun. Nobtozz, a very, very nice player, apparently. We love our good-mannered players. Uh-oh, looks like he may be going for a fast expand. I like it, I like it. This is a wonderful map to be doing on. You do have the high ground advantage at your expansion, which is very, very handy. You can see here that they have to go down to, or if you're attacking, you have to come up this ramp to attack the expansion. So very, very easy to defend in a lot of ways. But going to be putting his pylon down here on the low ground. I half expect to see a forge next, then a gateway, then a cannon, and maybe a pylon mixed in there or two. Something to that nature. But Novastrider, let's take a look here. What has he got going? Not much. He does have his scout cruising up here. He is going to see this. Does see that, so he will know to prepare. We'll see if he is going to potentially try and punish his opponent for doing that. It is a long cross position, so I mean, may not be the right move to try and put serious pressure on. If they get their wall up done just in time, then it can be difficult to make that happen. But he is going straight for spawning pool, so he may very well try to put some serious pressure on his opponent here for trying to do this forge fast expand. We'll see if that's the case. I love Nova, though. I mean, he's a phenomenal player. We don't get to see as much of him as we really would like to, because I don't know. It seems like sometimes his schedule is funny. He can't make the tournaments sometimes. But, I mean, we have had the chance to see him play in a couple, and he's played some fun games. And if you guys are looking for more Novastrider games, we do have plenty of them up on the YouTube channel, so go check that out, youtube.com/NACSC2. That will be good stuff. And there goes the Nexus. Now is the key for Nobtozz to finish this wall off appropriately before we have too many Zerglings on the way. There's 4 of them right now. Let's take a look at production, just make sure we're watching this correctly. 4 of them on the way. We do have a queen on the way as well. There's the gateway. Excuse me. Another pylon. Now we'll probably see a cannon next. Right in this spot, I assume. Yes, we do. Yeah. I mean, this is okay place to put it. However, I do like to put it back 1 square so that there's walking distance between, which does 2 things. Number 1, you can mix some stalkers in there for defense. But also, since the Roach's range is not as long as other, ranged units, it's helpful to have it back just a little bit, then less roaches are in range because of these buildings pushing them back. So it's like only the roaches here in this little choke can actually focus down this photon cannon, which makes it that much more effective. But there's the cybernetic score. Doesn't look like Nova, I don't know, maybe he will try for a run by here. He did see the positioning here. No, he's not going to be doing it. I can't see that he could really make the stick with just 4. He's got roaches on the way, so maybe he's going to try and do an early roach push. This is not a bad idea. If he can make that stick, then, I mean, this will be GG, I think. But that's going to be tough. He's got his work cut out for him. I mean, there's a zealot here. We've got double cannons. So he's going to have to approach this very, very carefully at this point to really be able to take this down, I think, with an early roach push. This was a nicely planned fast expand here by Nobtozz. I liked his timing. I mean, the placement's okay, don't get me wrong, but I would have liked to have seen this particular photon cannon be placed here instead. So, like, right there instead. But that's okay. Not bad. Nobtozz is going to be trying to get some scouting information. He is going to see several roaches cruising out across the field. Gonna know to start to get ready. Here comes more roaches. That's a lot of roaches here for Nova. Sentry on the way. So double sentries here is going to be extremely useful. But, I mean, Nova is pushing this attack right now, it looks like. So, oh, sentry, you are out of position, buddy. And that was the last. That was the last sentry's force field, and that is it. Looks like this attack may stick. See how many roaches can focus that down? So they can arc right around these buildings and focus them down, and that is going to be it for defenses. He is trying to get one sentry out desperately right now. I don't know what he's going to be able to pull off with a single sentry at this point. And Novastrider is going to be streaming units across the map. This is it. He is committing to this. He's not going to just try and do some damage here. It looks like he is going to try and make this attack stick, and it looks as though he may be able to do it. We do have another sentry on the way, but this attack going extremely well for Nova right now. Really punishing his opponent for taking that fast expand. This photon cannon in the back is pretty nicely placed. Get that nice range on there. Needs to take out this pylon. Lots and lots of roaches. Down goes this photon cannon. And I just don't know what Nobtozz is going to be able to do to hold this off. He's got these small force up here, but there's a lot of roaches still in his base. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Novastrider has been staying on top of his economy through this whole thing as well, so has got his expansion. Units tab shows that he is, well, he's a little bit behind in the harvester count, but not by too much. Ooh, this Immortal looks like it is going to be able to hold this off here for just a little while. Going to be taking down this Forge, though. Wow, that Immortal is pretty clutch. I do have to hand it to Nobtozz there. He needs to get this Stalker in the fight, though. But Novastrider is backing out here, so he didn't end up getting the win here. My goodness. I'm actually kind of mystified there. Novastrider, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know what he really could have done too much better, but something happened there. Just disallowed. I mean, nice job by Nobtozz. I guess I didn't really expect that. But well done. He's got another photon cannon, another pylon. He's not going to be powering this Forge, though. That's kind of funny. More probes. Units tab shows that Nova is slightly behind economically. So through that whole thing, Nobtozz really came out on top economically. Units lost is going to show that he is indeed behind, though, in the resources lost. So it'll be interesting to see, though. I mean, Novastrider is in pretty good position. And the trouble for Nobtozz is he doesn't know whether he's ahead or behind economically because he's been stuck in his base, hasn't been able to scout over here. And Novastrider can basically macro back up now at this point and do whatever he wants and catch right back up. Let's take a look at units again. Wow, Nobtozz is doing a great job staying on top of his macro. His economy, my goodness. Pretty good stuff. So anybody out there on the live stream, let's hear who you guys think is going to win this, because at this point, I do not know. I mean, yeah, the economy is going in favor of Nobtozz. Units lost, I guess, in the favor of Novastrider. So it'll be interesting to see what Nova has got for us to try and pull this off. He's going to be scouting up here to see what he can see. Droning up. He saw what he saw that army mixture there, said that that's good enough for him. Doesn't expect a push out here very soon, so he is going to be droning up. I'd say that's a pretty good choice, really. He has got to get back in this game economically, and he is doing so. I mean, he's starting to catch up pretty solid to his opponent. Needs to take an expansion, probably. We are 13.5 minutes into this game. Zen Viper saying, He said he figured that Nova would have won rather. But he wants to see what he techs to. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm feeling the same way at this point. We do have some upgrades. We've got missile attack level 1 going down, but Novastrider is going to fall behind in the tech. I mean, we've got Thermal Lance on the way. We have got Colossus on the way. I think Novastrider really thought that he had that game won there and kind of fell behind. So I guess at this point I'm saying I think I'm going to put Nobtozz slightly ahead. Nova's definitely not out of it yet. I mean, that's good. He needs to be taking this expansion. Roaches are looking pretty solid at this point. He does have the +1 Carapace up already. What do we have for upgrades here? +1 armor for the Protoss. Not a bad choice. Getting +1 attack right now. Did scout the Colossus. So this is good information for Nova. I do like that he is continually scouting this. He does have good map control at this point. The observer for Nobtozz is out, however. Scouting around the base, he did see the Hydralisk Den. Yeah, and Raged Nuke out on the live stream saying that he really needs to get Neural Parasite. I'm going to agree there. That is going to be a tide turner, I think, for Novastrider, and he needs to really get on top of his macro. Let's take a look at units one more time. 41 to 51. I mean, Nobtozz is killing him economically right now, and I think Nobtozz the scouting he's done with this observer is letting him know that he is slightly ahead. And I mean, this is great play by Nobtozz. He's playing very methodically, and now he's taking a forward position on the map, regaining the map control. Novastrider's going to start falling behind here pretty quick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Forward position here for Nova. He is going to see a very, very large army in the middle of the map. Oh my goodness. This is tense, man. Nobtozz really has got a scary, scary army. +1/+1 on these Colossus is ridiculous amounts of damage. Look at this. 17 times 2, range of 9. Oh, man. Brutal stuff. In a line, of course. And here comes the attack. This is bad timing for Nova. Good force fielding there. Very good force fielding. My goodness, those roaches getting completely obliterated. And now Nobtozz is in a phenomenal position. Looks like he may be pushing out here in just a moment. I think this would be a great time for him to put this game in the ground. Oh my goodness. Look at that army. He didn't take hardly any damage. Look at that. He's got too many Colossus on the field right now, I think, for Nova to deal with. With just Roach Hydra, he is in a lot of trouble here. Especially with those force fields. Oh my goodness. 4 Colossus on the field. Zen Viper says, barbecue. And that is exactly what we just saw. That was a Novastrider Roach Hydra barbecue. Yeah, no Hydra range. I mean, he's in a lot of trouble here. Going to try and take the high ground advantage here, which I guess is not a bad idea, but this range on the Colossus is going to obliterate him. And Nobtozz being a little tentative. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh my goodness! That was a mistake there by Nova. Oh, but those force fields just a little bit slow. Nova needs to keep control of that army. Got to keep control of that. I mean, this is going to... I mean, this death ball here of Nobtozz is not going to allow that to happen. And... okay, that's it. This... look at this. Oh my goodness, those roaches and hydras are disappearing. And Novastrider says sentries are OP. Nobtozz says no. And there's the GG from Nova. Very, very well played by Nobtozz, I'd say. Zen Viper saying, woo, Protoss out there on the live stream. So congratulations to Zen Viper. He did choose very well in that matchup. But, I mean, great game. I think we're going to be going to game 2. I think this is best of 3 between these guys right now. I'll have to check. But think that's the case, so we should see this here in just a moment, but we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Don't alt tab, always alt StarCraft. Catch you then.